Hi everybody, this is Jody Becker and I'd like to welcome you back to our third lesson in the series of Apache OpenOffice 4. In the first lesson we went over text documents, the second lesson we went over spreadsheets, and in today's lesson we will be taking a look at presentations. Apache OpenOffice is free open source software. It works with Windows, Linux, and OS X systems. In order to get started, I'm just going to click on Presentation. Now, Apache OpenOffice Presentation is a little bit different than Microsoft Office PowerPoint. When you start a presentation, it'll take you to the presentation wizard. In step 1, you can choose an empty presentation, you can choose one from template, or you can open an existing presentation. In this lesson, I will show you how to get started using an empty presentation. So I'm going to get started with the empty presentation first. I'll select the empty presentation, click on Next, and then that takes us to the second step, which we can choose our presentation background. They have a variety of choices. We can do black and white, and you get a preview of what each one will look like. We can do a blue border. You could do blue step gradients. There's a lot of different options. For this tutorial, I'm just going to choose plain old black and white. So I'll select that and go to Next. Now we can choose the effects of the presentation. In the slide transitions, we can choose things from which direction they wipe on the screen. We can do clockwise with one spoke or two spokes. There's a lot of different options to choose from here. I'll just do uncover right up. That works. You can also adjust the speed of the transitions, slow, medium, fast. Again, that will show up here in the preview screen. And with the presentation type, you can choose automatic slide transitions with the duration of the page and the duration of the pause. I'm going to go with default and click on Create. That opens up a new presentation. Apache OpenOffice Presentation is also called OpenOffice Impress, as you can see right up here, and we are in a brand new untitled document. There's a lot of different ways that you can format your presentation. I'm going to go down here to the sidebar and I'm going to right click and add a new slide. And then if we go up here to these tabs, right now we're in the normal view, we can go to the outline view and you can actually edit the titles and the text of your slides here. I'll type in slide 1 on the first one and slide 2 for the second one. And as you can see over here, the title of the slides change. You can also make notes on each individual slide and print these out. You can set up the handout layout, and you can do the slide sorter. I'm going to go back to the normal view because this is what I'm used to working with Microsoft Office PowerPoint, so I'm a little bit more comfortable here. Well, now that I've shown you how to set up a presentation and how to do some editing on the text and the titles, I will show you how to edit some of the text. I'm just going to select the text on the slide that I want to work with. I can adjust the font styles. I can adjust the font size. I can adjust the font color. And I can do the same down here. This is centered in the text box because this is actually the title slide. So when it comes time to save, I can go to File, Save As, and I have the option to save this as a presentation in ODF format, or I can save this as a Microsoft Office PowerPoint document. I can save this as OpenOffice, or Just going to cancel this. I can also export the entire presentation as a PDF. And we get to these by clicking on the File menu and scrolling down through the list of commands. So now I'd like to show you how to open an existing presentation. You can do that through the presentation wizard at the beginning, like I showed you, or I can go to File, go to Open, and then scroll down to the presentation I'd like to open. Choose this one. And that will immediately pull those up. So in my other presentation, in the Microsoft Office PowerPoint, this text up here was a dark green. These were brown, and the subtext here, this was green as well. So the colors didn't import the same, but the overall text style, the fonts and the sizes imported just fine. Now if I want to adjust these, again, I can just select the text and our context specific toolbar will change. I can go to font color and then find something similar to what it was in the other presentation. So there's a little bit of editing that will need to go on. The images on my fourth slide down here, this is actually an image, so all of the colors stayed the same and the overall image stayed the same, but it changed a little bit when we imported this PowerPoint document into OpenOffice Impress. A lot of the tools that you'll see in here are similar to those of PowerPoint. We can select our text. As you can see, this runs over a little bit, so some things really have changed around. And we can align left. I can center this in the text box. I can align right. I can also go down here and select some text and then go up here to the tool menu bar and turn those into bullets. I can bold text, italicize it or underline it. We can do shadow effects. And what I'd really like to leave you with is, as I have in all my other tutorials, is you can click on Help, scroll down to What's This, and then you can scroll over the tool icons up here on the main toolbar, and it will give you a detailed description of what each one of these tools is capable of doing. So this is it for me. I've shown you how to create a new document and import an existing document. I've ran you through the presentation wizard and the setup, and we've explored changing the fonts, the font sizes, the colors, the alignment, and how to edit some text using these tabs up here as well. I would just caution you that when you import an existing PowerPoint document into Apache OpenOffice Impress, some things will change. So make sure that you pay attention to your presentation and go through and make the necessary edits.